Hey guys, and today I'm going to do my tips for round 5 of the season, and did alright in round 4, got 7 out of 9, and that takes up my total to 25 out of 36, so doing okay at the moment. Pretty happy with all that, but get stuck into the tips for round 5. We have Port Adelaide and Carlton on the Friday night at Adelaide Oval, and that'll be the reason I'm tipping Port Adelaide here by 29 points. The Blues have been pretty competitive, and under Bretton Bolton they've been quite defensively minded, and I think it'll be a little bit rainy going into the game, so I'm going to go Port. I don't think it'll be a smashing, but I think Port will get the chocolates here on this occasion. And the next game we have up is the Western Bulldogs and Brisbane Lions at Etihad Stadium, and the Lions had a bit of a tough gig against the Tigers last week, losing by just under 9 goals, and the Dogs getting across the line against North, very slim margin there, but I'm going to go the Dogs by 52 points for this game. Brisbane struggled against Richmond. I think the Dogs are a slightly better side than Richmond at this stage of the season, and being at Etihad will certainly help the Lions there. Not the Lions, I should say. It should help the Dogs there. And we'll go into the Gold Coast and Adelaide at Metricon Stadium. I still don't think Gold Coast have beaten Adelaide. They may have once, but I'm going to go with they haven't yet. But they had a nice win against Carlton, just by under 5 goals, and Adelaide were just amazing. One of the best first halves of footy you'll ever see, and they did it very handsomely against the Bombers. I'm going to go the Crows by 33 points on this occasion. I think they'll just be a little bit too strong for Gold Coast. They've been travelling probably the hottest side in the competition at the moment, but I think Gold Coast will certainly give them a run for their money, and it won't be as big a margin as most people would think, so I'll go the Crows on that one. Sydney and the Giants at the SCG. This will be quite a cauldron, quite an interesting game. Sydney have 0-4 at the moment. Incredible. They lost to the Eagles last week, their most recent defeat. And the Giants just continue to do what they do, getting the job done last week. And you have to go the Giants on this occasion with how bad Sydney have been going lately. I'm going to go the Giants by 27 points. Sydney just a bit out of form, and plenty of injuries certainly isn't helping their case. Not quite getting their best 22 together. They just have so many young guys, so for that, I'll have to go the Giants with their brutal style of footy. Fremantle and North Melbourne at Domain Stadium. And a bit of a flip around with Fremantle in their form. They've won their last 2. North Melbourne have been very competitive for their 4 games and haven't got away with a win yet, so that's really disappointing for them. They're pretty stiff to not beat the Dogs, but they just keep relinquishing these big leads. So I'm going to go to the Dockers in this game by 11 points, mainly because it's at Domain Stadium, and they've just hit a bit of form. I don't think North travel too well to Domain of late, and I think the Dockers, with their youngsters, doing a pretty good job, and just rotating those senior guys around, Mundy and Neal on the forward line. I think that'll help them and add a few extra strings to their bow. I'm going to go to the Dockers there. St Kilda and Geelong at Etihad Stadium, which will be the Sunday game, and it's been quite interesting these last few times they've played. The Saints got the job done against the Pies pretty nicely. They restricted them to a pretty minimal score, and Geelong were very good against the Hawks, getting the job done by 86 points. And got a little bit of info in the review for the Geelong and Hawthorn review about this game. But I'm going to go the Cats, not too confident. I'm going to go Geelong by 2 points. The Saints have beaten us last time by, I think it was about a kick, just under a kick, and in 2015 we drew level with them, so we've had a little bit of trouble with them lately. I would not be surprised at all if St Kilda won. They love Etihad, and they do pretty well against us and with the way they play. So the next game we have up is Hawthorn and West Coast at the MCG. All of a sudden, the 2015 Grand Final replay doesn't look like it's such a delicious game to watch, but see what happens. Hawthorn have had a lot of heat in the media, and they'll be wanting to give a bit of response. You would have thought that the last 2 weeks, but Geelong got the job done on them, and for the Eagles, they did nicely against Sydney at home. This will be a real test for West Coast because they don't travel the G very well, but nearly anyone can beat Hawthorn at the moment in their current state. They are just ripped of all confidence, so I'm going to go the Eagles by 22 points, but not with a great deal of confidence, but I'll go the Eagles on that one. Richmond and Melbourne at the MCG. This is always an interesting one. It's always a 50-50, but most recently the Tigers got a nice win against the Lions, and Melbourne just couldn't get the chocolates against Fremantle, they'll be very disappointed with that. And Jordan Lewis and Jesse Hogan, you guys, you cost them that win. So take that on board. Just remember that come, just before September begins. So I'm going to go Melbourne, actually, saying all of that. Hogan will be back. And Richmond haven't played amazing opposition yet. And I think Melbourne are a good side on the rise. And I reckon at the G, I think they will get the job done. They've done pretty well against the Tigers the last few times. So I'll go Melbourne on there, but it's a 50-50 game, that one. Been some close matches in recent times. And the Tuesday game, we've got Essendon and Collingwood at the MCG, so that'll be the actual Anzac Day, which they do every year. I'm going to go the Pies. Most recently, the Bombers weren't very impressive against the Crows. They were in the third quarter, but that was about it, after the damage had been done. Collingwood, again, fought late, but couldn't get the job done against the Saints. So I'm going to go to the Pies by 7 points. They need a response. Buckley's under all sorts of pressure. And the Bombers, they're a good side, but maybe, I don't know, I think the Pies might just have enough fight in them to get the job done. But it'll be, again, another 50-50 game that will be very tough to pick. So that's who I've gone for. So yeah, those are my tips for round 5 of the season. Feel free to chuck in your tips, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more tips and random AFL stuff and Geelong Cats reviews, which I do every week. That'll be awesome. Thanks for hanging around. I'll catch you guys on the next one.